The anime begins with a large glowing circle in a forest. The glowing circle seems to be the dividing portal between the human and demon worlds. The existence of the portal indicates that the gate will soon open. Standing in front of the portal, a woman named Ting looks worried about this phenomenon. She then told the figure behind the portal to leave immediately. Behind Ting stood a woman who was younger than her named Yuan Mei, who trying to calm Ting's worries. Besides Yuan Mei and Ting, there was also a young man named Wenren. In contrast to Ting, who was very worried, Wenren looked calm and confident standing in front of the portal. Ting, Yuan Mei, and Wenren were the guardians of the fire element. A moment later, the portal opened out. A large creature appeared behind the portal and stepped closer to them. Apparently, the creature is a sacred animal and Wenren wants to take the suit from his body. The sacred beast refused to give it away until a fight between them was inevitable. Junpei Jiao, who is the master of the water element, suddenly appears when Wenren looks desperate for his battle. It turns out Junpei Jiao is the older brother of Yuan Mei. Along with the presence of Junpei Jiao, there are also the rulers of other elements, namely Ziyu, a man who is a guardian of the water element who can freeze things with ice, Tu Xing, who is a woman who guards the earth element, Mu Xing is a female guardian of the wood element, and Jin King, the male guardian of the metal element. They all helped Wenren to fight the creature. Their arrival to assist Wenren slightly relieved Ting's previously anxious feelings. But the creature had such extraordinary power that Wenren was still cornered by his attacks. Soon after, the monster's figure turned into a giant demon beast. The great demon suddenly kidnapped Ting and Yuan Mei. The next attack from the warriors was still unable to defeat the demon, and not long after that, Ting and Yuan Mei were carried away by the demon through the portal before the portal closed. The scene then switches to a young woman named Xiao and running with a basket filled with something on her back down the road to a house. Apparently, she brought the medicinal plants she had taken from the mountains near her house. Not far from there is a building that seems to be a place for concocting medicine. Xiao then approached the place where the medicine was made. At that time, a man was standing in front of the place. Xiao wanted to hand over the medicinal plants to someone she called the fifth uncle. She then asked the man where his father was. The man replied that his father was inside and had just finished handling some people. Quickly, he headed for the room. However, his father was walking toward him, too, and a collision was unavoidable. The collision between father and son caused the jar containing the medicine of the gods that his father was carrying to break and spill out its contents. The father named Bai rebuked his careless son and ordered Xiaoan to find a replacement jar from a drunkard who lived behind the hill. Hearing Bai's order, Xiaoan rushed toward the place where she was ordered. In the middle of her journey, Xiaoan met 3 travelers wearing traditional clothes covering their whole bodies, including their faces. They then asked her the nearest inn. Xiaoan told the 3 travelers clearly the directions to the nearest inn. After hearing from Xiaoan, the 3 travelers seemed satisfied and continued their journey. But in the middle of her journey, Xiaoan stumbled and fell into a deeper forest. Realizing she had lost, Xiaoan was starting to have a bad feeling, and sure enough, she realized that there was something behind her. It was a stone stele inscribed with Shinin Wushan, which had an inexplicable, mysterious aura. While focusing on the stone, a duck accidentally touched her arm and startled her. Her surprising response continued by kicking the duck, so it flew far away. Xiaoan did not expect her reflex response and decided to chase after the duck to apologize. In her pursuit, Xiaoan suddenly found herself at a lake in the middle of the forest. Unexpectedly, she found a man bathing in the lake without a single cloth on his body. Xiaoan was shocked by what she witnessed, and the young man was no less shocked. The young man turned out to be Wenren Xian. Wenren asked Xiaoan why she was alone, and she explained that she had to buy a jar of medicine from someone who lived behind the hill. Wenren decided to take Xiaoan to her destination. On the way, Xiaoan asked about the meaning of Shinin Wushan, the inscription she saw earlier in the forest. Wenren explained that at one time, that place used to be where monsters attacked the Earthlings. In that era, there were 5 magic warriors, each of whom was a warrior of earth, metal, wood, water, fire, and earth. The 5 warriors managed to defeat and repel the monster. They then lock the monster with a portal and throw the monster into another world, so they no longer bother humans. At that time, humans lived in peace. After some moments, they finally arrived in front of the jar maker's house. Xiaoan was stunned by the number of beautiful jars in the house. After completing their task of buying the jars, Xiaoan and Wenren immediately returned to the village to hand over the jars to Bai. At the same time, a bell could be heard ringing from the top of the tower, signaling that danger was imminent. The three travelers Xiaoan had previously met were attacking the residents and didn't even hesitate to kill the villagers. Various resistances were attacked by the villagers, but the three travelers were strong enough to overwhelm the villagers. On the other hand, Xiaoan saw from a distance that her village was being attacked by mysterious forces. She was very surprised to see that several people she knew appeared to have died due to the attack. Reflexively, she was about to run towards her village. However, Wenren held her hand and prevented her. Furthermore, it appears that one of Xiaoan's uncles is trying to fight the mysterious army, but he is outnumbered by them. Unexpectedly, someone can repulse two of these mysterious troops with their firepower, and that person was none other than Wenren. The villagers saw Wenren's extraordinary power, including Xiaoan. It was time for Wenren to duel with the leader of the mysterious army. The troop is a peacock demon. The peacock demon leader had greater strength than his two subordinates. It wasn't easy for Wenren to defeat the peacock demon, who was very agile in launching his attacks. But Wenren was not one to give up. He continued to counterattack the peacock demon until he released his flagship fire technique that was able to defeat the peacock demon, who then flew off to escape. Not long after, Xiaoan was seen running into the village to help the injured villagers along with Wenren. Bai, who is the village head, conveyed to the other people that their village was in a precarious state due to a mysterious attack from the peacock demon. He ordered the male villagers to arm themselves in preparation. Suddenly, the demon peacock, whom they thought had run away, stood behind Bai and said to show him something. Bai, who didn't understand, asked about the peacock demon's intentions. At the same time, Wenren came to put up a fight against the peacock demon. He took out his signature moves that made the peacock demon cornered. However, the peacock demon managed to injure one of Wenren's hands. When Wenren was injured, the peacock demon unleashed a mysterious attack that caused the villagers to become ugly, and he absorbed the villagers' spirits to death and turned them into dust. Unexpectedly, the peacock demon transformed into a large man with light skin and wings on his back. In another place, Xiaoan's grandmother, who approached the crime scene, looked sad about the war. Then the peacock demon, who had become a man, approached Xiaoan's grandmother and asked where the holy place in the village was. She then told him about the sacred place, and the peacock demon rushed over to it. Behind him, Wenren, who was following the peacock demon, silently and suddenly launched his attack. But it turns out that currently, Wenren's strength is still not enough to be able to defeat the peacock demon. Wenren then decided to increase his strength by manifesting himself as a figure surrounded by fire all over his body. This transformation drastically increased his strength, and he finally defeated the peacock demon by striking his heart, which caused him to fall on fire and transform into a peacock again. Before dying, the peacock demon told Wenren that he would soon rise from the dead, and Wenren had to make amends. From the fight that just happened, it seems that Wenren is the master of fire who has 5 elements of power. From behind, it seems Bai is rushing towards the holy place that the peacock demon is about to visit. At the same time, Wenren was currently in a sacred place. He saw that a sacred animal was being caged and bound inside the sacred place. Wenren, who saw this, seemed very angry and freed the sacred beast. The village chief tried to persuade him not to take the beast with him. However, Wenren ignored Bai's words and continued to take the sacred animal away. The following story tells of the past that hit the village of Xiaoan, where the residents died due to a mysterious disease. Xiaoan, along with her father, grandmother, and several others, went to find a cure for the plague that hit her village. While searching the village, they caught one of the sacred animals, resulting in one person being killed due to the incident. This made Xiaoan's father very sad. The scene moves on to the current event, where the villagers are confused about how to get rid of the carcass of a very large peacock demon, and they have to clean up the mess caused by the war that has just occurred. Not long after, a man appeared in front of them. That person is called Digong, and he has the power to absorb the energy from the corpse of the peacock demon until it disappears and there is no trace at all. Digong then approached the place where Bai was. Digong, who is Bai's sibling, came over to him along with several of his other siblings. He then asked Bai about what had just happened in his village. Bai begins his story by telling the events of the plague that had haunted the village. It seems that Bai Yi's memory returned to Digong about the incident of catching the animal. The fur belonging to the sacred animal fell into the village well and made the villagers who drank the water from the good recover from their illness. But what the villagers didn't realize at that time that there was a power that suddenly appeared in the villagers after drinking the well water. This causes the villagers to become the target of the demons because this power can increase the devil's strength. Bai Yi then explained to Digong that the sacred animal had been brought by someone named Wunren. Knowing this, Digong wanted the sacred animal to return to his hands. Bai Yi then said that Wunren was a powerful fire warrior figure, but Digong didn't seem bothered by that. He still wants the sacred animal to return to him. Xiaolan, who knows about this, offers her father that she is willing to search for Wunren because she already knows him. After that, she was going to go look for Wunren with one of her uncle's friends. On the other side, a small white bird flew and entered an area. It turned out to be a demon realm and the incarnation of the peacock demon. He approached one of the women called the Demon Queen and said that the sacred animal they were looking for was Wunren. The Demon Queen, who knows, she then orders her troops to arrest the sacred animal because of her mission to rule the world. It seems that the Demon Queen is activating the power and the gate to the human world to be able to bring out the demon troops. In a different world, the 5 elemental warriors realize that danger lurks around them through natural events, and they can feel it. A dark aura seemed to envelop the human world. This is the end of Fog Hill of 5 Elements Season 1. The moral that can be learned from this anime is that all forms of greed will drop us into a deeper hole.